board for them and certainly announced themselves to the field, gentlemen. And again, we're just seeing that patience in the end game there, just making sure they're not making those bad decisions, not getting rash, and looking for the eliminations too early. Perfect end game play from them.
Perfect end game play again. We saw it from Zayt and Saf. We saw it from Luxembourg. Again, Animal and Aspect doing it again. So they're getting the confidence back that they needed. Aspect didn't have the performance he wanted, but today he is. He's having that one. And Animal did so well yesterday, so he's starting to bring it all together in one fluid piece.
And that's what you need to do. Start picking up those big performances as the tournament rolls on, because as we know, every single match that goes past gets more and more important. And you have to start performing. You don't get those mistakes in the bank. The pressure was on these guys a little bit to have a big game here, and they do it.
I feel like we're talking about the same thing every single time, but I'm going to reiterate again. Consistency is key. Winning one game doesn't get you anything, right? If you're not going into good placements later on, you're not going to have anything.
Okay, well, let's go down to Adam on the stage now with our winners of the last game.
Thanks so much, mate. Yeah, Animal Aspect here, our game 5 winners, everyone. Guys, I can see you hitting side to side. You are buzzing. It must feel amazing when something pays off like that.
Yeah, it feels good. That was pretty hard-earned game. Honestly, our high stakes was pretty good, and just held it from there and picked off a bunch of people. Yeah.
Our North American players doing outstandingly well today. You've been really consistent that the entire day so far. I guess strat-wise, everything's paying off.
Yeah, we had a couple of rough games because Storm Surge. In the practice, we were able to deal with that, but we haven't been not fighting as many people, so we've been getting kind of flustered by that, but we tried a new strat this game and it worked out. So.
I've just been fed in my ear as well that you guys have moved up to 3rd in the leaderboard. That is amazing. After 5 games, things could be much better right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, we dropped down to 9. Storm Surge really messing us up, but we did things a little different and worked, so gonna keep trying it and hopefully keep climbing.
And I've asked a few players this already, but obviously, of the caliber of players we have here this weekend, are there players you're already keeping an eye on to kind of think, oh, we gotta watch out for those guys and things?
Zayt and Saf, Vinny and Zextro, DML and Bizzle, Mitro and Kuna, all really good duos. They're all doing well, so yeah.
Basically everyone is capable, but congratulations, our game 5 winners, everyone! Aspect and Animal, well done, guys. Best of luck with the rest of the competition. 5 games down already, 2 more to go today. Hopefully these guys can keep up the good work. Back to you guys on the desk.
Thank you, Adam, Animal and Aspect, feeling good about themselves as you would expect as we have our standings coming in. And look at that, moving up into 3rd place, but not being able to quite dethrone Vinny and Zextro, who are holding on to that first place, gentlemen.
Look at that, 250 for both.
That's it literally doesn't get any
That's not exactly much closer at all. But one of the things I want to talk about there on that first page, Zextro and Vinny are 30 points ahead. That's starting to become a nice lead. And here at the second page, Nick Boyer, all these players starting to fall, the players we were tracking, but Provoked and Tux, they had 2 strong games in a row. They get all the way to 12th place. I'm not sure where they were before, but such strong performances from them, game back to back.
Demo and his teammate there, they've sort of fallen away from what they had a really good start. Demo and Bizzle, they've had a couple of games where they haven't been able to quite put in the performances they did early. But I mean, Lothar, what are you taking away from these standings?
What I take away is that the top 15 is very close to each other. Like there were differences like 159, 157, 155. So the difference is like one position in the game that changes so much in the context of just performing in those 2 days. So we're gonna have to like analyze the entire standings after 7 games.
Yeah, that's the thing as well, isn't it? Now, at this point in our previous duos competition where we already had 7 rounds, we're kind of going, okay, now we know what teams have got to do, how they've got to play, what they've got to, you know, look for eliminations, if they just go for end game. But now we have all of these games tomorrow as well. This is kind of just like a, okay, who's hot at the moment? Who's playing well? Whereas if we get towards the end of things, that's when that stuff becomes more prevalent as far as big games that need to happen right here, right now.
Yeah, and when you're looking at these standings, just like Lothar was saying, how close it is between the within the top 15 right there. And when you're digesting these, make sure you bracket these between how many points are between this place and this place. So 10 to 15 between probably 30 points total.
Yeah.
And that is what you got to do. So when you're looking at who can have the chances to place in the money,
this
is what you got to do. Bracket these, see how far they can jump in one game.
Okay, gentlemen, fantastic stuff. 5 games down. It's time for a break now. But when we get back, we'll have our penultimate game of today. Before we wrap things up, we'll see you in a second.
Okay.
Nice.
やばい、割れてる。
ナイス。
長谷川さんのいいし、
すごい、そのちっちゃい山が。
すげえ楽しそうだね。ジャンプしてくそ。あ、神の力手に入れた。
ナイス。ナイス。あ、はい。
逃げてる。長谷川大臣、今年で一番面白いかもしれない。
あ、やばい。ロー。
草やん。
草。
あれで瞬間赤ちゃんと会って可愛いっていうタイプの
マジ
Thinks you can't get a last-second clutch? Watch this. Think you can't carry his team while streaming in high resolution? All the while recording a once-in-a-lifetime win? Watch this. Think leveling up only happens in-game? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, they'll rise to every challenge. Now it's your turn. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
両チームが編集しようとしてるの全部選択してる。あ、モングラルやろうとしてる。
かわいそう。
キー配置とか最初のままなんじゃ
いや、多分変えたと思うよ。なんかやりづらいって言ってたから、最初は簡単に言われてたから。
これはもう
いなくなった。あ、いた。すぐいる、近くに。
邪魔しないわ。
オッケー。
やっぱ最初床作れねえよ。床全然作れない最初。
あ、こっちこうに貼るよ、こうに貼る。あ、方向違かった。
あ、かわいい。
あ、埋まっちゃった、ごめんね。ジャンプして、ジャンプして。はい、ジャンプしながらで、ジャンプしながら。なんで上張るんだよ。ダメでしょ。
しつけや、しつけ。
こうにね。そう、ジャンプ。あ、通り過ぎた。ジャンプ、よし。上張るなっつうの。
怒るなってお前。あいつは上張って。
いでる。行く。
やべ、置いてかれた。
いや、もう神の力使えよ。
ジャンプ。はい、ジャンプ。ジャンプだよ。いや、ちょっと違うな。
はい、ジャンプして、ジャンプして、ジャンプして。そんな変中使わないっつうの。
あいつやばい。
あ、ごめんね。
怒った怒った。
よしよしよし。あ、
おかしい。
何したいんだろう。
普通に最初モンゴルさ、坂床壁やればいい。なんでモンゴラルからやろうとするの？絶対下モンゴルじゃん。
絶対埋まっちゃう。
あれ？いなくなった。
あ、いた。
あ、チャンスチャンスチャンス。
ごめん。
あ、落ちた。
横向くのが難しいんだろうな。
なんかあれだよね、クイッて向くよ。滑りに
横向きながらマウスのボタンを押したりするのが難しいんだろうね。
ああ、いやー、よしき慣れるの早くな。
よしき慣れてたの？わからんよ。
よしきこんな動きじゃないじゃん。
いやだってまだ買って5時始めて5時間経ってないよこいつ。ど
っかでブーストかけるからこれは。お、入ったじゃん。上。あれ？パッセってキーボード変えたの？うん。全然音変わりません。あ、それ噛んで言っちゃダメって言った。なんかさ、
言ってるやん。
打ち間違いめっちゃ増えない？
いや、そうでもない。
俺変えた時やばかったね。
最初なんかすごかった。よくわかんないキーをしてたけど。
あいつ変なキー。
何やってんの？
浮遊してる、浮遊。あ、しゃがんでるしゃがんでる。ああ、落ちた。何やってんの？1点ずつが始まってる。
苦しいんかもしれない。お腹いっぱいかもしれない。
そう、マップ見てるまんま建築で見てる。傭兵のメインウェポン。
これが立たないんか。
てかなんかそのスキンも面白いやん。黒人の黒豆女。
こっち向くだろ。
ナイスナイスナイス。
あ、入ってきた。入った。
あ、来た。
いじめられてたじゃん。いじめられてたじゃん。
なんか来た。
こいつ
てかさ、高谷さ、マジさ、お前モンクラールからって境床壁された方がいいと思う。そう。あ、それやろうとしてた。
and PlayStation 4。
だからそう。
こいつちっちゃくね。
あれ？
こういうのなんかなんか追加できた。あ、こういうのこの
Welcome back, ladies and gents, and things are starting to get a little bit spicy here in Katowice.
新しいのが上から来て、
ナイス。
あれねえねえ、どの順番で張ってる境床壁って。
どこになるよっちゃん。
いるあれ？
俺今自分の部屋いるよ。
そうそう、その順番。
坂壁床のが楽じゃない？
いや、
坂壁床。
その右前。
右前とさせながらさ。
そこにいる。
なんかそうするとさ、視点変えなきゃいけないじゃん。
視点変えるじゃん、どの道。
いや、坂床壁視点変えなくていけるから。
ナイスナイスナイス。
どれ？坂床壁。
うん、視点が一番小さくて済むと思う。変えるの。
坂床壁ね。
うん。とりあえず坂床はスムーズにできるようになれよ。
これさ、もう一回自分の前に変なのやつやめてもらいたい。
視点が高すぎる。
マジ切れじゃん。
マウスを下に。
坂壁をできるようになるよ、とりあえず。
坂壁できるよ。だってマウスだけだから。
ああ、そっか。坂と壁マウスに置いたんだ。
そう。
坂壁やって、坂壁。
坂壁？
もう本当だ、できてる。
うん。
あ、間違えた。
じゃあ2列坂壁やれば。
坂壁あるか。
誰？
あ、やってるわ、それ。
坂壁はるか。坂壁はるか。
やめとけ、それ。配信してるやん。
あ、やば。
りょうちん。
はい。
りょうちん、さらされてますよ。配信で。
いいよ。しかも名前も間違えた。
さっきいじ。
りょうちん。りょうちんなんだよ、りょうちん。
中学生みたいな。
ローマ字覚えたて。
ローマ字覚えた。
あと、申請送っといたからぜひお願いします。
了解。
ありがとう。
あそこで詰まった。
小松さん。
はい。
デカパグ。
カナダって実際多分小松さんのこと小松さんって呼んだことないよ。
え、あるよある。
あるの？
ゆいって呼んだ。
去年同じクラスだった。
小松ゆいって呼んだ。
ゆいって呼ばない。気もす。
腕を振ることを意識するんだよ。マウスを横に振るイメージ。とりあえずこんぐらいあるやるなら。
あ、そうそうそうそう。イメージはね、わかんない。そのイメージが。左手こいつかね。
左手？何するってだ？
W ってずっと押してるってことでし
ょ？ W ずっと押してるよ。待って。
ありがとう。
ずっと押してるね。つか大体建築の時 W 離すことがない。
常に。
うん。動き続ける。
人差し指、右手のマウスの人差し指もずっと来て。
カナタ、来て。
あ、モングラルやるならね。固定だね。ずっと
何かあるのかい？
押してるよ。
じゃないけど話す時ある。
それあるよ。でも坂床壁とかもずっとマウス押しっぱなし。
そうだな。
ツイッター始めて何年経ちました？
ライダーか。
やべ、ESL もそない俺。
本当だ、やべえ。
そこで下向きながらやんないと坂に埋もれる。
あ、まずさ、キルムーブしようぜじゃあ。
下見ながらいるか。
ESL やまだ。まず ES 見る。ESL。
3試合
終わったくねもう。さっきの試合終わったくね。まだか。
あ、早くない。
屋根が使う。
屋根なんて使おうとすること自体間違えてる。
言われてる。
間違いだ。
無理だろ。
もう最初から慣れておいた方がいい。
石高。
高すぎでしょ。だって普通の境化階段ができないのにどこで屋根を使う？
かわいそう。あ、今ちょうど始まったわ。試合。
マジで。じゃあキルムーブしよう。
そうですね。
視点移動がダメなの。
CR すぐ死ぬから。
坂張って、
お前の配信見て、ちょっと視点のあれ見る。
坂張ってから、坂張ったらもう下向いて床壁。大げさにやると。
ちょっともう一回やって。
今見てる？
見てる。
いきますよ。
坂壁床壁坂
あ、早口言葉ね。
ダスティの方行こう。
坂にした。坂床壁
で、なんか坂床壁置いたらすぐマウスのボタンを押して坂にして、それしないと壁前に置いちゃうから、壁置いた瞬間マウスの
ダスティの中
床のボタンを押すイメージ、最速で。
右前上。
床が頭の
あ、
上
いる？あ、いるね。
床が頭の上につく。
ナイスナイスナイス。
それは視点が高すぎる。視点上向きすぎてる。っていうか、もうすぐ坂置くやん。置いたらすぐ壁床置いて、
もうそこの工場の上に一人いますね。
床壁って感じか。
うん、
床壁
あ、待って、アンチ来てんだ。まあいいか。
だからその、
わかりました。
待って、俺どうやる？ああ、そうだから、その絶対最初はこっちの方が、下の方が先にできてるんだよ。だからそのできた瞬間もう壁置いて、壁にして。
下あんま向いてないよね。見てる
うん、コード限界だ。
うわっ、やば、小松さんだった。
小松さんだった。
まあ ESL みたいからしょうがねえ。
うますぎやろこいつ。
でも結構うまい感じで編集できたんだけど。
あ、そうなの？
なんか階段で上取った編集してやつ。
ああ。
ということで ESL
見ましょう。
うん、木でやった方がいいよ。木か鉄、レンガ見にくいから。
見にくい
なんか出来上がるまでさ透けてないじゃん。
木の方が音がいい。
木も鉄も透けるから見やすい。
鉄がかいな。
床壁、坂床壁。
坂壁床の方が楽かもしれない。
いや、後々だよ。後々。
あ、ダメか。
だって床の方がさ、同じ場所にいた時さ、壁より先になんつうの、近いじゃん。
ああ、場所が自分からの距離。
しかもずっと進みながらやるからさ、視点の位置も自然に高くなるから。
お、リザート出た。
あ、
出た。
痛いの。
いいね、やってる。
あ、いいよ。
相手誰だこ
See how he does tomorrow as well, this duo, because they have been getting consistently better as the days been going on. Yes, they have been eliminated a little bit earlier on in some prior games, but they've been looking good. Llama already being knocked down. Rizard not going to be by himself in a one-on-two situation up against the Twins, and this is almost just not fair when you're playing against the telepathic players from Renegades here in Australia, and they will close this out and take their eliminations.
Telepathic synergy there coming in from the Australians. Very, very well played as we switch over to Tilted Towers here, and of course we've got Aiden, Nitmerks, and Aries has dropped into the equation. Straight onto Aries with Noad and pushing the equation, and he's managed to escape. Aiden, quick running, quick get into the top of Trump Tower there.
I think that's Nitmerks off to the side trying to have Ashes.
もう限界ですよ、ここ。何やってるんですか。何やってるんですか。
切り替えないでそのまましちゃう。
そっか、俺坂壁、俺も最初マウスに置いてたな、壁と坂。
もう日本死ぬのは早すぎるマジで。
人差し指離れちゃう。どうしたらいいんだ。
オートダッシュにした？オートダッシュにした？
オートダッシュにした。間違えた。オートダッシュにした。
再び神の力を手に入れたジョケル親衛隊さん。クワ終了。
俺も見た、死んだの見て。
うわ。
じゃあ俺今ソロ潜ったから何キルできるか当てて。
ゼロ、初動詞。
は
俺もソロちょっと一回行って
コントローラーの音だし。
一回ソロ行く頃にはいい感じになってるだろう、どうせ。
デフォルトで出しちゃったやつだよね。
面白いところになって。
オンにしとけばいい。オフ。
デフォルトダッシュオン。
いや俺、画面録画によって緊張感味わうんで。
そうすると、
そんな
シフトを押さなくても走れるようになるよ。
全然。
ちげいいか。ここで、こう。
そう、CAD やってるみたい。
CAD ってソフトもらえるの？
わかんない。多分聞いてみたらもらえると思う。IT センター。
いや、なんかね、CAD のホームページって、なんか、いい感じにやれば無料でもらえる。
あ、そうなんだ。
あれ、誰でも無料でできるだ
ろ。あ、そうなんだ。普通にオフィスもやりたいんだ。
あ、オフィスはね、ちゃんとパスワードとかもらわないとダメ。
オフィスってだって買わなきゃダメなんじゃない？もらえるの？
高専に言えばもらえるんじゃない？
そうそうそう。
マジオフィスが？
そうそう。あ、命が埋まった。あ、出てきた。
シャニーステップスでハイキング狙います。
どうやったらいいんだろうな。ほんと慣れねえ。
3人来たけど誰もいねえ。
これ一番近いところだったけど。
高谷よくこの深夜にやると思ったね。絶対場所がわかんねえ。ただでさえできねえまだ。
本当にできない。いや、でもさ、
やりたくない。
春休み中になんか勝ちたいじゃん。一回ぐらい。
ああ。毎日やってれば。
一回勝ってるよ。一回と絶対勝ってるよ。
よしき結構動けてるよね、普通に。
ね、うめえね。
なんであんな動いてるのあいつ。やば、怖い。
再び神の力を手に入れたジョケル親衛隊さん。アジア全滅？
ほら、なんか調子になったみたいなって。
そういえば、ヨシキのフォルダにあるタカヤがミュウツーを撫でてる写真、クソ面白いじゃんかよ。クソ面白いかな。もうほんと高いにしかできない顔してた。
止められてねって。
いや、ハッセがそのやってるその建築くっそ資材使いそうだね。
うん。両側からの
両で。中がいなくなりそう。
なんか気づいたら上にあるんだよな、ムカつく。
難しいね、これ。さすがに。
くそ。
ジミは何キル
？0。
俺も2で。
は？死ね。
カナとやるやん。
むずいわ。
え？
そう、俺屋根床編集が苦手なんだよな。練習しよう。
クソどの瞬間じゃん、屋根床編集。
再び神の力を手に入れたジョケル親衛隊さん。寝る。
なんか自分では縦積みが遅いから練習できてもなんか上取れないって言ったけど。
あ
あ。ブームさん、縦積み早くない？
早いよね、普通に。なんか。
早い。そう。もっと早いっていう人がいるんでしょう。縦積みじゃないかもしれない。
いやでもさ、あいつ普通にさ、パッドの中だとクソ楽しいと思うんだけど、あいつぐらい強かったら。
あ。
あいつ AME し
死んじゃった。
クソ。
クソだ。相手あと16だった。
武器最強よ。
クソだ。
ゼロキルなんですけど。
ESL が素晴らしいから。
長谷川でやらない。屋根張って、屋根左2枚編集して、左にまた行くみたいなやつ。
ああ、ちょっと練習して。
あれくっそむずくない？
いやネフライトがめっちゃ簡単そうにやるさ、やつ。全然できない。
良さはあれ普通にやるからな。
ありえない。
あれをなんか実用するってのがすごい試合。
ね。落ち着いていますわよね。
うわ、まだ
昨日のソロでさ、ボドカに決算されてさ、ジャンパで飛ぶ前にさ、ダイナマイトを自分の足元に投げて敵を気に使わせないみたいな、あれやばくない？
すごいよね。
よくあの状況で戦闘についたわと。その床屋根編集が早いとさ、よくハッサとかカンドとか言ってるモングラールのやつさ、すげえ早く行きそうだよね、最初。
なんとこいつら本当に死ね。
あ
セックスじゃ。
階段の上にさ、屋根作ると、その後階段じゃなくて屋根ができるの。また、壊した後。なんだバグ
あ
バグでし
ょ。お、今ビズルが。わ
からん。
でもビズル0キロなんだ。視聴数4万3000。
今の練習したところで使わなそう。
また3にしてそれを。
ビリーがあれ使ってんじゃん。フランシスコ使ってんじゃん。
トップが死んだ。
スコープスキルをレバレージブレジーボルがマジで弱い。まさか何が喋った。うわ、ロケランがいじるよ。
ロケラン強えんな、
ダウンサイド。誰とこれ言って。あ、これされた。さっきもロケラン持ってたから。
多分初動するから。
はぁ。
モングラル精度に似てる。
わからなくもないけど。シャオポン。敵を借りに行く。相手におかしい。
わかる。なんか自分が最速かと思ったらいるやついるよね。いるやついるよね。あ、トップ死んでないかも。
死んだっぽいよ。
嘘。
なんかアジャーズに移って
フォックスがいる。
ね、ほら。
あれ生きてるのか。
フォックス。セックスがいるんだ。ああ。
一緒に寝てないんかい。
あれサニーステップス1人いやいた。
ああ、ゲーム始めてほしい。このモード、紙モードになっちゃうからめんどくさい。
紙モードそんなに楽しい。
よしよしよしよしよし。いった。あ、いるんかよ。
必须这样说。
そうだよ。クソだ。
早いな。いや、めっちゃ地味なこの練習。きつい。
うわ。同じスキンにやられちゃった。
悲しいな。
マツさん行く？
行ってもいいし、行かなくてもいい。
そう。
行くんだ。
ここに立たなければ結構。
ベニーまだ生きてる。しかもシールドがめちゃめちゃある。ある。
ダッシュが速すぎる。
何が死んだか。
ハイキル狙いたい。どうやって俺死ぬんだよな、毎回。ごめん。
まあまあまあ。
ごめんごめん。
まあまあ。ごめん。俺が全員倒すから、見ててちょっと。
ゆうちゃんにかっこいいところ見せなくていいかなと。
頑張るよ。
私が守る
いかつい。
ポンプ取った。
ポンプ取んのさ、お前。俺のでや。ほら、ポンプ。ゆいちゃんの勝ち。
ゆいちゃん、やっぱいいね。やっぱいいねってなんか
安定のゆいちゃん。
PC でも編集早いのいいな、面白いこれ。
ね。
編集が楽々だよね、楽々。
編集が楽しくなる、これ。
インファントリーバカほど弾落ちるやん。死ね。
で、クソチが連鎖が楽しい。
敵に届かないよ、弾が。
いや、あれね、上から撃つときは強いかも。
どういや、こんな武器。俺のチンコの方が強いわ。
小松さんチンコあん
うん。
の？あがっかり、がっかり。
がっかりされた。
がっかりされた。
あいつら殺しに行って。
来た
ー！本当にラストしよ
う。ついた。
お前なんで来たの？
あ、ごめん。
病気。なるほどね。
すいませんでした。
許さない。
確かに、俺外事じゃねえの。
ついたら敵に突る。
それしかねえ。ついて逃げるってどうしようもねえよな。
残り3人だった。
あ、見よう。
ミニーのチームが負けそう。
うん、ミニーダウンしてるね。
あれ、ビニーってソロ1位な人？
そう。
あの人圧倒的すぎなかった？
あの人立ち回りがやばい。ずーっと上行ったのにさ、HP がマックスで。
これはビニーが勝ったのこれ。
ビニーが死んだ。
ビニーが死んだのか。
ボケラ持ってるやつやばい。
わあ、うまい。アリケンスキンじゃん。
やりないわ、
下手な人がいないよ、
下手に出て困るだろ。
下手出ても大変だろ、こんな。恥な恥。
一人だけ傭兵を混ぜて、誰が傭兵かって当てても面白いさ。
いや、ワンチャンある。
傭兵倒したやつ1億。
だって気づかれなければ陸路があるよ。
うんね
えワンチャン一人で天空城やって
坂一枚で
最後まで気づかれない。
坂一枚。
あ、でもそう、スクリームでやったら意外にバレなそうじゃない？あ、バレるか。みんな結構飛ぶもんな。
でもそんな隙がないと思う。敵そこら中にいるもんな。
確かに。白い、みんないるから、いろんな場所。
おい、やめろ、止まんな。お、レイン0606ね。
本当だ。やばい、まずい。バイマイ。
うますぎマンコじゃ。
バイマイってこれ。角田先生。
え
バイマイ。
何そのネタ。知らないんだよ。
知らないな。朝。
その打撃。
力つの。
はあ。
なるべく坂に持ち替えておけばいけるかな。
できんの？
多分いない。
そんな。あ、
多分ね。
クソだ。
油断したら負けだから。
そうだよ。
油断していたね。
え
ちょっと違う。
惜しかった。
欲しいんだよな。ポンピー。
あら。
ある？
ある。
珍しくアンチない。
マジ？
マジ？そこら行こうぜ。
そこら。
こことか。
あっち行かね。こっちこっちこっち。
あ、いいよ。
こっちってことね。
あ、
っち
ここあれだ。俺がケイチと変なやつ倒した場所だ。
ああ。
なんもねえんかい。
なんもねえんかーい。
クリキントンがいる。
クリキントン。
キントン。 早っ。
ゆいちゃんだからね。
ゆいちゃん早い。
ゆいちゃんだから。
さすがだよ。
青ショットガンある。青ショットガン。
ああ、早そう。ショットガン、どうぞ。
やだ。
ゆいちゃん雑魚。あれもうちょっとでラストマッチ始まる感じ？
まだ全然じゃね？あと30時間ぐらい。全然でもないけど。10分ぐらい。始まんな。
そう。どうか。青ポンピー。宝を壊してしまいました。
ゆいちゃん許さないから。
ごめんゆいちゃん。
ゆいちゃん会ったことない。会ったこと話したことないのに俺がゆいちゃんって呼ぶのやばいよ。
かわいいから
かわいいよ。
ゆいちゃんはかわいい。
録音したからね。
配信のゆいちゃんはかわいい。
高いどこだ？
俺ら間違えて ESL の間違えちゃった。
がやばい。
多分。ゆいちゃんがアイドル。
はあはあ。
エロ。エロ。
すげえポンプが欲しい。すっごいポンプ。
例えば
金。
今から出してあげるよ。見てるお前。
はい、見てます。
いくよ。
臭い。
敵探すか。
そうだ。
あ。CR いかね CR。
いいよ。
どうぞ。
いるかな。
ワンチャンいる。
超眠くなった一気に。
あ、いたわ。奥の海の奥、船の向こう側。
だ。外した。
なんでそっちが先に作って
なんか来たくね？
来た。
なんかスケボーの音がびっくりした。
あらこれがおかしい。
建築した今。
相手だよ。
建築した今。
してない。
しない。音が聞こえたんですね。
マッ
りょうちんがいない。りょうちんどこ？
下かな。
りょうちんは上にいるよ。
この建物のとこいるかも。
なんか。
何の音これ？音がおかしい。キモ。
その近くの木に
手伝ってる？
多分。
あれ？
いるかも。いた。
りょうちんいなくね？
山の方にいる、山の
方。ロー。
わかる。
今下降りた。
これか。
そう。いい。なんか来た。なんかいる、追加でいっぱいいる。うまい、なんだこいつ、うざい、死ね、カス。
何ここ。
おう。あら。
なんだこいつ。もう始まんないのまだ。
あと2分で
やるか。
やるんだ。
いや、俺は CR を信じてる。
ラマさん勝ってほしいな。
無理よ。
おい、そういうことでね。ラマさん神だから。最後に勝つのはラマさん。
無理だよ。
おい。
絶対無理。無理で。
草。
絶対に無理。草ですわ。
草。
じゃあリザートが死ぬの何人目か予想立てようぜ。
不謹慎です。
俺16人目だと思う。
知らないよ。
逆になんであそこまで早く死ねる毎回。
その時すごかったよね。毎回初動じゃん。
ツイッター軍隊してた。
試合中涙止まらんかった。
闇赤みたいな。
Welcome back, you beautiful people, and it is time for our final round of the day. That's right, 6 rounds done, dusted, and we've got 2 players in particular who are looking very pretty at the top of the leaderboards. The X2 twins just came off the back of a big victory royale as well. Shout out to all the Australian fans who are watching. Definitely a good moment for you. But before we get into our game number 7, we want to take a look at one of the biggest names that we have. One of the forefathers of competitive Fortnite, and that is of course Myth.
寝るの？
寝るなんてことあんの？
The way I got into Fortnite was simply I seen the trailer drop when like day 1. That where they're like, hey, we're dropping Battle Royale. That day I just like got on and never got off really. So I think my playstyle, I have a lot of strengths in early game. I do pretty well at knowing how to navigate around a drop point to like win early game skirmishes, and I think that's really strong. Something that's really useful. I guess my weakness would be it's just like late game strategizing. Typically, that's when my teammate or my partner would hold a little bit more weight than I do. But definitely when it comes to like early game encounters and early game skirmishes, I tend to pull my weight there quite a bit. The most important aspect of Fortnite is just decision making.
Yeah.
Like being able to like change up your playstyle or change up the decisions you make based on the format that you're playing under to get the most like success out of it is in my opinion like the biggest thing. Being in the competitive community and constantly practicing against other people and you know constantly improving and achieving new heights of in your own gameplay, kind of like taking time to sit down and reflect and just doing that regularly is something that helps me like you know realize like you know I could do this professionally, that I could go up against the best. I think the coolest experience would just be being able to like come to events like this and outside of the game just hang out with all the people that I like know online. Like that's really cool. Like being able to see some of like the EU guys that I've like casted over before is definitely awesome. And you know, I wouldn't have that opportunity otherwise.
What a fantastic guy, Myth there, having a lot of fun here and performing pretty well as well. Go on, Jason, you got something you wanted to bring,
it's actually
bring in here?
For people who don't know, that was like the cleaning people, because like he was sitting here still dancing to the wee hours of the night. They actually had to kick him out because they needed to close the entire expo. But he wanted to keep dancing, so I just wanted to point that out there. It was great.
He's looking good at the moment, Myth. And I want to talk a little bit about his teammate Cloud as well, because an interesting point from that little VT there is he's saying towards the end game, sometimes, you know, it's not his forte, but that's where he puts a little bit of weight onto his teammate. And Cloud has been making it to those end games on more than one occasion. Staying alive, getting some decent placement points on the board when he's been on his own as well, which has been so impressive for me.
Yeah, I mean, we saw him come second place earlier on today. I mean, really unlucky that he ran out of mats and had to slide off a mountain in a very Myth-like style, but very, very consistent player. And I wonder who is calling the shots though. Is it Myth? Is it Cloud? That's what I want to know.
It's only going to be interesting to see how these guys perform. They've been doing pretty well today, but I think we need to focus on what is our main story coming towards the end of the day, and that is the dominance that we have seen in day one of the duos, coming in from Vinny and Zexro. Look at the standings here. 91 points between first and second place after 6 games of competitive Fortnite. Now we need to explain how big a gap that is, Jason.
I have to blow your mind first of all. 3 out of those 5 teams in top 5 have not won a victory royale.
There you go.
Just want to put that out for you, you know? That's a big deal. We have a lot of ninjas in there able to make their way through. We had Crypt and Boyer constantly getting further and further as these games go along, and they're definitely putting in the work. But like you said, 91 points. That is an insane lead. And now it's a question of, can anyone stop them? Can anyone stop this train that's rolling down these tracks into these trophy lists?
I mean, this could be risky. I mean, one of the top teams, if they really want to take home the crown at the end of the day, maybe they're going to have to drop on them.
That was my... I was
literally just about to ask you exactly the same thing. I was like, who do you think is going to be the players in this lobby which we'll be thinking tomorrow at some point? All right. Let's do this thing. Let's drop on them. Let's mess these standings up. Let's go for first place. Is there anyone that you know that's probably got that in the back of their mind?
I think everybody just expects everybody else to do it for them.
Okay,
so
yeah.
It's kind of one of those things like we hope it happens, but will it? I don't know.
And then for that one to kind of go on to that note, if you are these players that are number 1, Vinny and Zexro, do you change your style at all? Obviously, with them having that kind of lead, there's no need to, right? But do you maybe play a little bit more passive, knowing you have such a giant lead that you really need to have a game, or you really need to, more importantly, not have a game where you get no points? You need to consistently keep getting these points to keep that gap far as possible.
I mean, these guys are just going to play it how they've been playing it the entire time. Why stop something that's working so well? I can't believe how consistent they are when it gets to that late game. They could probably have the worst early game as well, and I still think they would get to that late game no problem, because they're just absolutely fantastic players.
Yeah, they have been playing phenomenally well and so consistently all day. But tomorrow, as we know, is a brand new day. This isn't it. This isn't the 7 games duos done. We've got 7 more games tomorrow, gentlemen, and a lot can change in those games. As I'm saying, it can only take one particular game where they get no points on the board. They get a little bit unlucky on a drop. Someone does take that chance, and it opens the field up once again. So, you know, although we're 7 games, or 6 games in, I should say, and by the end of the day we'll be 7 games in, there still is that chance that that could all change tomorrow. But let's talk about some of the players who have gone under the radar a little bit that we haven't kind of focused on. 7S, SK7, and Jamside. These 2 gentlemen have been playing out of their minds today, and they are very much still in that contention.
I think the way they've been playing goes into a completely other topic as well at the same time, and it's something we wanted to mention on the desk, is when you take high ground. Like, when is that moment you go for it when it comes to the late game? We saw Jesse and Jordan do it with the Rift to go. They're able to take high ground and maintain it. We've seen Jamside and 7SSK7 be able to do it consistently, and we'll dive into a little bit of time here, but this is going to be a tough match now.
Well, here we go. Final round of the day is underway. Zach versus Jason. It's been a pleasure to have you on the desk. Do it one more time for us.
Okay, so let's just go into that topic now. Let's just talk about it here, because when is that moment you decide, all right, we have to take high ground? Is it a kind of an understanding of what people have in their inventory and do not have to be that last one with a Rip to go?
Or what's it come down to, Zacchaeus?
It comes down to so many different things, Jason. It depends on your positioning, whether you're high enough already in a fight that you can actually just build up to it. Because a lot of times when you have the high ground, you kind of forget everything that is directly underneath you. Beneath you, going off to the west, whatever, east, whatever side you're coming from, you can often find holes in that high ground. As we saw, Tux and Provoke did that very much earlier. In fact, to the Russian players, Jamside and SSK as well, they crept in from behind, and that's the difficult retake. What we saw with Jesse and Jordan, saving the items for the very, very late game. They must have rotated so much and risked so much to have that rift at that very point.
Right.
But again, it's not a guarantee that you will get the high ground. You don't know who's waiting for you at the top. There could be two teams lasering you from above. It's not easy to do.
And I think we're seeing players like Demo and Bizzle who have the understanding of when to do it and why to do it, in terms of they let other people who take the high ground invest so much material to getting that high ground and maintaining it, and then they use that mobility item like the Rift to get up there, or a launch pad to get up there, to take the high ground away from them, and then still have all of their own materials to use to maintain it for themselves. So it's not about taking high ground, it's about taking it at the right time with the right materials and the right inventory, and then be able to maintain it from there on.
Nice this one.
Airwax actually taking out Riz out there in retail row, going down fast, and I believe the Japanese players are both out there. Very unlucky for them. They're not doing too well in this tournament right now, Jason.
Yeah, they're not. But again, just the first day, and that's something I really honestly hope to see coming into tomorrow, is seeing these players watch back their games, discuss what went well, what didn't go well, and change, because this is such a different format than a lot of people are used to. You heard Vin in his video talking about, when these formats come around, you have to learn how to play them. And I feel like after this day of games, for all the players here except the Polish players who've already experienced it last week, that's their time. That's their opportunity to go into this and say, okay, what can we change up now going into our second day, because it's do or die time.
Yeah, I mean, one example for that is like, you know, Milan. Like he's such an aggressive, fast, mechanical player, and I feel like he's gone too passive for his own good. That he's slowed himself down a little bit.
So he's changed his style too much?
Yeah, I think so. I think the nerves of the event, you know, gets to people, and there'll be other players like that. Use that as an example, and that, oh, I think that was a lovely sniper shot there, coming in from behind.
Yeah, Shinken and Stompy looking to take a potential second victory out, and that's something we need to talk about here, Zacchaeus. We've had 2 days now. We've had 14 matches at the end of this one, and yet we've had no repeat victory royales. I think that's actually really cool to see. Even without the repeat victory royales, though, we still have that clear winner at the moment here with Vinny and Zexro.
That's very true. It's all up for grabs, really. I mean, well, apart from Vinny and Zexro, they're way ahead by the pack. Almost 100 points. Big damage coming in here from Include. Can he find the elimination? He can. He knocks down his opponent. Madzen down. And now just taking it slow with some AR. I think he's going to go for the elimination down there, get that shield, and then push on to the last player set here.
Yeah, this is an interesting actual thing when it comes to... I don't think we've even touched about it a single time on the desk over the course of this last week and a half, is letting a certain player get the elimination because they need the health and the shield more than you, right? And maybe you don't have the small shields, maybe you don't have the big shield pots. Letting someone try to get their elimination by assisting them so they get the extra HP to work with. It's kind of min-maxing how you can play, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, for instance, he had minis, he had been hit, but, you know, he wants to get it up quick. He wants to get that shield very quickly. And no better way of doing that than actually eliminating a safe player that's already in your safe space. It was the right decision to do, and now they have an opportunity to eliminate Seth and make it easy.
And I like how they're taking their time to rushing things, and now we have our victors from our last round here, the two Aussies, Jesse and Jordan up against Nico. And Airwax trying to maintain potentially a back-to-back Royale. Let's see, as we do have Airwax charging in. At least they know. They made the call. Nick said I did damage to Jordan, but they return back onto him, taking that shield completely away.
It's going to be interesting. Is Jesse going to make a move for the high ground? I think Jordan is. They're pushing on to Airwax here. He's by himself on that left-hand side, and they've seen the vulnerability, but they've got to watch out for this flank from Nikov as well. He's got an angle on both players here, but this could be very, very deadly for Airwax, and he's read the situation right. He's backing off, getting back to his teammate, getting back to the high ground.
But for how early on we are in this game now, Zacchaeus, this is a lot to invest into a fight. We saw the X2 boys do this before. We saw them do this, and it actually was one of their downfalls, but they eventually had no materials to build with and no way to escape, though they actually pushed the aggression, caught their opponents off guard, and did win that fight. But this is such a big commitment.
Yeah, now the commitment comes in strong there from Jesse. Big damage coming into Airwalks.
うまっこいつ。
He's on 20 HP and they're going
マ
to
ジ
continue to pressure him as well.
Oh, Jesse actually Demo comes out of nowhere here, gets the down onto Jesse, gets the finish as well, and now the third party has come in. Sure, you can see towards the top left-hand side. In this direction, Airwax has to be so happy that the cavalry is here, but he's got to be careful because he doesn't have a lot of health either.
Yeah, that's very, very true. And Jordan is pressured. He's going to run straight into Nikon. Surely he drops down and goes. He just limits himself by falling off the build. The pressure, the fear, and the anxiety got to him, and he just jumped off. Had enough. And, you know, he's going to be back on the bus, Jason.
So, I wonder... Well, no, he won't be. He has to go home now when the bus will pick up tomorrow. I wonder, though, did he run out of materials? Or do you think that was a play out of him to be smart? To realize, I can't pull off an elimination here. Let me take myself out so I don't give the points to anyone else. Do you think that was potentially a case? Or do you think it was more like him as a player or running out of materials?
I mean, it makes complete sense. I mean, that is a very good point to make. But I think it was more the fact he was out of the match in that instance. I don't think he was thinking. I think he was just trying to survive as best as he could. Reacted to a problem too quickly for his own good, and then obviously, ow.
Now Aiden and Nick Merckx here on Tilted Towers. I think for the most part of today, they've been fairly successful when it's come to this. But this is the battle we wanted to see. Faxbox calling out, if you come to Tilted, you're gonna lose. They've been the ones actually losing for the most part here.
Yeah, everybody's kind of having that stalemate sort of period in a fight when the damage has been dealt, trying to find the heals, but the action kicks off again here with Nick Merckx as he dives down and tries to regroup with his teammate here.
And Aiden was being shot from behind position. Main hero, as he gets rushed down, caught off guard. The elimination was certainly going to come through as he will be dropped out of this fight for now. And now his teammate Faxbox looking to run away here and hopefully get into the placings. But again, Aiden, Nick Merckx putting their foot down saying, hey, Tilted is ours.
Very much so. They've been actually dominating that spot pretty much a lot of the times coming out of Tilted. They are still alive and doing very well, but it falls off towards the mid game as they get those rotations. I've only seen Aiden alive pretty much once in a late game situation.
That was last. I think that was last game too that we did see. Time camo. He's actually lost out on Isa. I believe he lost out on history in this battle that's been going on here between these two players. Trying to look for. Get an angle here. He's got a lot of materials to work with, so he's not in too big of a rush. And he knows that Foss is very low on AP. I think he's just trying to escape this Brazilian player looking to fight another day. I don't think Camel's going to let that happen.
No, and I don't think it is going to happen. Scram Sakona here in the back end of Paradise, and SSK and Jamside have been dropping it every time and been doing very, very well. This has been a very highly contested drop, as I said earlier, Jason. But SSK and Jamside have been owning it up pretty legit.
Don't commentators curse them here, Zach. Give us, you can see still that 91-point difference between number 1 and number 2. These are just like the 10 players we're keeping in a heavy eye on when it comes to this match. Stompy and Shikim, winners of round 3. Raz we're gonna worry about, but Razor's taking a lot of damage. He's lost out on his shield. Nexate's there to help out as well, but they're split apart.
Yeah,
Lakers and numbers.
That could be difficult. If they find an opportunity to push one of those players, it could be deadly for X8 and Razaru there, but Scram and Sakona getting out. They're bottling out, but they've run into another team by the looks of it. Or maybe somebody rotating, actually. That was a quad crasher flying in the air that they just pop shots at it. See if they can get lucky, but...
Oh, man. Look how much they have to build with 140 for Vinny. They have 50 shots pretty much to themselves. Jamside and 7 SSK7 has been able to get an elimination apiece here, looking for a second one on the board for East. They're up against Cloud and Myth, and right now Cloud's gonna get actually edited on. He gets a nice little shot through the window, but he's being shot from behind. I'm not sure if that was Myth or if that was another player, but in the meantime, Cloud will fall. And that's their third elimination of this game.
Yeah, it was Myth. Good call. He tried to get an angle, but Myth is now getting third-parted from up on that hill. He's in a tough situation here. And Jamside and SSK aren't going to let it slide. They're pushing hard, and they will wrap that up very nicely, Jason.
4 lives. Second circle in. They are putting in some serious work. They're gunny to take that first place position, or at least to close that gap.
I think I know who was on that quad crasher, by the way. It must have been Myth and Cloud rotating, and they made quite a tactical error landing on, you know, basically the number 2 team right now.
See Little J's been down, 0-7's trying to help them out here, but again, they got to fight out the 1v2. Little J will be finished off. Won't be back to fight here for the rest of today. And again, just clean plays here out of E11, Crippa and Boyer. And again, no victory out for them just yet. But if they keep playing like this, then they're going to be able to maintain that top 5.
Yeah, they've been creeping up very, very quickly. Also, Tomo and Item as well doing very well on the ninja grind as well. We haven't really seen a lot of them. I'd love to see some more action from these players. that are climbing the ladder without getting those victory royales.
Yeah, very, very important, and that just shows the, actually emphasizes the format we have here. With the elims being worth 5 points each, and again, the standing points you do get. Milan and Smith, you know, we talked about before, you said Milan was playing a little bit different than his usual style, but they do have an elimination piece here between these two players.
Maybe they're just getting the flow a little bit, you know, they've done a lot of games already that's not working out, and maybe they could just go, you know, we'll go for this.
So Eric just ditching Motor. Maybe trying to flank around behind them, but I don't think Motor's actually going to be able to survive this as he's getting pressed on by Big Burst and Aiden. So I think we're going to have Fnatic goes out on a player now, as Aiden's able to get that one. That's going to be the second elim here now for the Tilted crew.
Now they've just got to get out of that storm, and they've got one player to go through as well as they try and exit there.
Mitro, Zayt, Sath, Kuna, all in the same position. Looks like one player from each team just going to retreat here from this one, and now actually, I think Mercy's going to take down Eric, who eventually did come back to try to help out, but eventually cost them their chance here in round 7.
Tough there, and Zayt and Sath. Obviously, they got Mitro and Kupno right next to them, and they're currently in 13th position or 14th position. So they're creeping up. They were kind of unlucky in the last game and actually dropped a few points there and slid down the leaderboard, but Mitro and Kuna are the team that could easily pull this back and upset. We actually saw them fight early on in the last game too, and Zaf and Say came out on top easy.
Here we go. That was one. Nero and Tyovsky up in a battle up against two players trying to deal with Chap in 72 hours, and as you see, fighting from the low ground will be the two Liquid boys. I think Tom's wondering when he can hop into the hot tub. I think he actually requested, whatever hotel you put me in, it better have a hot tub because I need my time in the tub.
Oh, he can't play without it. It's just that. It's a simple fact. He can't play without the tub.
Here at Kahuna. Mitro looking to chase onto Zayt and Sath. This actually would be a big elimination if they can take them out of fight here, who, you know, stop them from being in their top 5 leaderboards, maybe knock them down a couple of ranks here or there if they can potentially do so. Smith and Milan looking to join the party as well. Sath has actually been caught out here, and he will be finished off in just a few seconds of time. So a good start here for the Atlantis boys.
Very, very nice. They're going to be happy with that. A little bit of revenge coming out of them. That's a big drop there from Sath.
Oh, the matching skins as well. You love to see it. There we go, Tyovsky is being pressured back. You can see the stink bombs come through. You got to respect the Liquid guys. You really have to give them the credit where the credit is due here. They're trying to shoot down a wall, get the replace back in. 2 hours. And Chap with no shield. We have the most disadvantageous position in this fight. Storm, it's closing in, and now someone's going to have to make a move, right, Zach?
Yep, this is right, Jason. They will have to make the move, and there it is with a launch pad. And of course, Tyovsky Nero waiting for that.
Oh, Chap got knocked down mid-flight. He actually got incapacitated on the ground, so that's actually a little bit of a misstep for them. Like, not even a misstep, that was the right play to make, but someone caught him off guard. Tyovsky's going to get the finisher on him, and now it's just left for 72 hours by himself without a teammate.
I think Tux actually just picked up Lolito there. I think as we just switched to it, that's a nice little limb to get there. But
another duo that we've seen kind of ninja their way through, even though they did get a victory out in Game 4.
They were actually my favorite coming into this duo tournament as well. They've been performing so well in the pop-up cups, also in custom games as well. They've been annihilating it. They had a slow start, but look at their scores now. They're climbing up those leaderboards quite quickly now as they make 9th place.
So Far still alive, even though he lost history way earlier on. Nice to see him trying to survive as long as he possibly can, representing Brazil. And Vinny and Zextro, I feel like they know there's a target on their back. And it looks like Tux and Provoke get very aggressive. Aries has been knocked down the revive. It might come through. 2 seconds left to go. The pressure's come through. The stink bombs being thrown in as well. They're trying to stop this res coming through, and they will not be able to do so. But the thing is, will their opponents be able to escape this one? Aries gets knocked to the ground now. Nowhere's trying to run away from this one, trying to protect himself. You would imagine Tux and Provoke is going to have this one easy.
It's a great time to be aggressive, but you also got to be a little bit scared. There's third-party elements that will happen here. Nord is in a very, very bad position here. Tux and Provoke want to play this aggressively. They want to gain these resources, these mats, everything coming out from these 2 players. And Aries has already fallen. Nord is just trying to mini up as best as he can. I think Tux and Provoke is slightly lost him, but Sakona and Scram actually may have an angle on the situation, so there could be a third party from that direction as well. So Nord going for the high ground. Provoke doesn't read it right, climbed up and secures himself a little bit higher. Maybe a bit safer, but there's sticks in play, so he's not safe as of yet. see if Tux actually has more of those things in his inventory.
And the thing is, the Storm will be closing in soon, so they want to clean up that elimination before Sakona and Scram can somehow pick up the elim themselves. Toma's going to fall. Item trying to run away from this one, and again, another top 5 team under some pressure as Jules is able to get some work done here with Miz. Nowhere's actually able to rotate in behind these two players. And Sinu from Korea has actually been relatively quiet here so far, but has been able to make his way closer to the zone.
The Item getting a little bit lucky on that rotation. No one focusing as he was scrambling away out of that situation. And now we switch over the action to Nero and Dioski. Some dynamite there that's going to affect this build quite nicely. I would expect, there we go. 2 players drop down to rebuild. Waste a couple of mats here as well, but nobody else focusing them. When you do a dynamite play like that, you're kind of hoping other people will join in the fun, Jason. But they didn't. That's kind of disappointing.
Unfortunately, this isn't the fun zone, I guess, at the moment. Morgan, you can see you trying to rotate in, try to get himself safe. You can see to the left-hand side as well. 72 hours, who's lost Chap when they use the launch pad. Incline is going to be dropped down as well. This one by 72 hours. He's looking to get elimination. He will be able to secure it. So they at least have a minimum of 5 points on the board as we make their way through into the top 33 duos. Top 25 to place. So every team is just gunning to get into that for some guaranteed points.
The bush looks good on Chap, I must admit. Does look good on him. He picked up that elimination onto Incline as well just a few moments ago too. Now we're back to Bowman and Alpha. They got shot out by Nitmerks and Aiden in the last game. On the rotation. It's sad to see, but it happens.
Very well. Wow. Waxy and Dementor just being pummeled from all directions. Gonna get one. He's able to help capitalize on the other players' confusion. The chaos that was going on. 72 hours, I mean, the guy who said the bush is helping protect him quite a bit here. Mitro going to be on high ground at the same time. And in the fight from earlier on, we saw Shinken and Stompy, and you just see just the lasers coming through here from the high ground. A nice little different view from what we saw before.
Yeah, things getting hectic there. Real fast. Replay shots coming out there from both sides. Incline and Miroan actually picking this up very nicely in the early fight at the Aztec Temple.
There's some action towards Tilted as well, and you can see Sap just being shot out here. And Mitro and Kuna.
So it's the rotation that got Saf. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and that's the downside, right? Is yes, the launch pad can be very good for rotating, but the downside is you're very vulnerable while you're gliding through the air. And at the caliber of players that we do have here, they're going to hit shots more often than not, especially in those situations. Not Mitro looking for Sean Nero, who's just trying to dive and dip away from this one. And in dodgeball, but he's looking to take no damage as he's trying to relocate back towards the zone.
I'm interested on how Zayt is currently doing as well. Apparently he's alive, still out there lurking. So maybe we'll see his name flash up on this chaos rotation that is now happening as we enter the southeast zone.
See Milan still alive too. I think this is one of the furthest games they've been able to get. Fa is actually still alive. A player we pointed out way earlier on as he lost out on history. Provoked and Tuck still there as well. You see the Chan side and SSK7 able to rain down the pain. They have a rift to go though, so I would imagine they're looking for the opportunities we're talking about before to take that high ground.
Just imagine if they could find the elimination onto Vinny and Zexro here in this kind of area of the points. 29 teams remaining, 25 teams remaining as well. And Zay on the very edge of the zone. I think he's just using a campfire to heal himself up. And no pressure actually towards him on that end of the circle. So maybe he'll recover this. Hopefully, but Vinny and Zexro still leading the charge and they're still out there.
So X8 who did get down, looks like he will be finished off by Kilos. You can see Jules very careful about the peaks he does go for. Bowman and Alpha still looking to get a high ground position, but we're getting into moving storms here as Zacchaeus, and this is where things are going to get very hectic for all of these players. Demo has been dropped 72 hours despite Item did secure the elimination onto Demo, so we talked about Item and Tomo, and they're consistently getting into these high placements yet again.
I believe Vinny is the only one live here coming out from Tier 7 boys. That's it, he's by himself, same as Saint as well, but the rotations are now happening, and now the shots are firing coming in from Miz here. Lasers up a little bit of the build, but not landing any direct damage. He wants to try and maintain the high ground here. Can he find it? Will he be contested?
Oh, Razaru, those razzle-dazzles, he flies to the air and is eliminated in the sky. A little bit unfortunate for him, but again, you still have tomorrow to play another time, another round around. Item's still there.
trying to contest as well. Here's Excalibur's gonna be finished off by Nico. You can hear the shots rolling off, and the two players of Jules and Mitch just trying to stick together and make sure they can make this work. Jam side again on high ground with 7 SSK7. We talked about this so many times. Able to maintain the high ground position, don't have a single victory royale, and yet they're in the top 5 currently.
And have 5 eliminations as well to boot. They're in a great position to capitalize on a hell of a lot more points here, Jason. If they can just keep their cool and play it safe, just not overcommit to a situation. They've already got the elims. They just need the placements right now.
Another rip to go coming through. 7 SK7 trying to maintain this high ground position. You see Stompy still going to be there. Warrior as well. I think Sky has fallen. Crippa trying to run around, trying to help keep themselves alive. Item trying to get a little bit further ahead as well. No one is challenging this high ground position, and this is so big here for the VP boys. If they can maintain this even longer, the problem is though they're running out of materials because they're the ones being forced to build across to keep that position.
It's really hard to actually for anybody to try and contest the high ground here as we go enter low ground area here. But I've been mistaken before, and it has happened here as Bowman and Alpha have capitalized on the top ground.
Well, the VP guys are out of this one. Kilos trying to survive. He's got 200 HP to work with here. Item actually takes down Fa. Fa's been able to make it into like top 7 when he lost his teammate within the first 2 circles. That man's done insane work here as Crippa's going to take down Kilos. Now trying to drop down here. 10 builds left to go. 8 now for Bowman. Crippa takes down Alpha from the low ground. You can see, and you can hear the traps, the miniguns, everything being thrown out here. The shotguns as well coming in, and we're down to 6 players.
Wow, what a play coming in from Boya and Crippa. Pushing the high ground immensely well. They're taking out Bowman as well. Brilliantly taking the high ground there. Great play on 5 eliminations. It's all to play for as we have 5 players left.
3 duos left to go as well. Crippa and Boyer, 8 eliminations for themselves. They could have another 3 added to the list here. If they can keep this pace up here, but Boyer's been knocked down. He actually fell off of this one. I think he ran out of materials, and that's going to be unfortunate because now Crippa has to be the one to defend. He's got 127 HP. He's got the good weaponry to actually pull this off, but Vilix, look at him. He's actually been able to take the high ground himself. The Storm is continuing to move. He's got nothing left to build with, and where is he going to fall? He's looking for the shot. He connects, and he's going to ride this to hopefully to a victory, and he comes back in. Vilix and Kinzo with 6 eliminations. My lord, he had me wondering what was his plan.
Oh,
but it pays off.
Jason, the zipline play comes in huge there. Absolutely massive play there coming in from Vilex and Kinzel. The coordination, the team play there was superb. They were separated from each other, but tackling 2 different problems at the same time. And when you're out of mats and you've got to do that jump off the cliff.
Look at him. You see, he's like, that was heart beating. These weak, arms heavy. Ruined the whole stick on that one, but you can see the pressure that was on him in that situation. And to make those split-second decisions, you have to have experienced it before, unless you're just a mechanical genius.
These players just see things that we don't. At times, it's as simple as that. We saw it with Yarkos, went back in the Pilots tournament with the solos when he jumped down on that jump pad outside and managed to make his way back in. But the zip line, oh, I mean, that's just a fantastic way to end things off there. I think he actually got the final shot away, but his teammate came in clutch. So Vilex and Kinzo, we have another winner here for the victory royale, picking up the victory royale, I should say, showing again how much talent is in this lobby, gentlemen. It really is just fantastic to see so many duos coming out today and putting in performances.
Oh, mate, you're not wrong. You are not. Mate, you're not wrong, Vilex and Kinzel. They've been waiting for this all day, and you know they've been grinding that ladder so slowly, but you knew it was going to happen. You knew they were going to force their way up the top, and they did it in style.
We'll have to check on the leaderboard to see how things have changed towards the top when we can. But Jason, I mean, coming in and getting a victory royale at the end of the day, that's going to be such a nice way for them to close out the day. It kind of puts what happened earlier in the day. If they haven't, things might not have gone their way. You can go to bed happy, can't you? Knowing that you've got it in the bag to pick up those victories.
I think so. I think that's like the perfect way for them to end the day. The fact they're able to actually play they wanted to play at the end, and even the slick play out of Village to just drop down onto the zip line like that. That has to feel good because you know that was caught on camera. You know that's going to go on Reddit. You know he's going to be happy about that one, getting some clips out there. That's got to be a big motivation now going into day 2.
Oh, for sure. What's also interesting in that storyline as well is like what happened to Zayt and Vinny, because they were both solos for the respective teams and they were trying to wiggle their way through that entire mess. But did they do it? How far did they get? Did they get enough placement? This could be maybe the tipping point here for these American players. Maybe EU's coming back up strong.
Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. It was time to catch up with our winners from the last game. They're down on the stage with the main man himself. It's Adam Savage.
Thanks so much, guys. Yeah, I'm joined by Game 7 winners, Vilex and Kinzel. Guys, make some noise in our audience here. We've got to go straight into what just happened there, that insane leap of faith onto the zip line. Walk us through everything that just happened.
I'm just 200 IQ. What can I say?
And he's not arrogant one bit. Tell us about the game itself as well. Did you always feel in control?
Yeah, we were like really confident. We were playing like really good from the second game. We were getting like top 10 plays almost every game. So, yeah.
When it comes to events like this as well, obviously we've talked to a lot of players about the caliber, how good the players are that are here today as well. Does it make you guys rethink strategies, or do you always keep to what you're doing best?
We're chilling on the same spot.
A man of few words, but I like it. I like it. Going into tomorrow, as well, obviously you're finishing off the day as the Game 7 winners. Tonight, do you kind of regroup, think about strategy for tomorrow, watch back clips, or how does things happen tonight?
We'll probably like just stick to the same tactic. Like it went pretty well, so.
Well, listen, lads, you did brilliantly well. One more time, Game 7 winners, guys. Give it up for these guys. Oh yeah, we want some shout outs, some thanks. Go ahead.
Shout out to Rickson, okay?
There we go. Thank you guys so much. One more time, make some noise for our Game 7 winners. Well done, fellas, and best of luck for tomorrow. Great ending to the day. What a Game 7. What a play at the end there. Mark, back to you.
Thank you very much, Adam. And yeah, 200 IQ plays, gentlemen. We couldn't have said it better ourselves. I think sometimes you don't need a lot of words, you just need the best ones.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm jealous at how cool he was there. Because I would have answered like, yeah, I was like doing this and that, and then I jumped down, I saw the right situation, but he's keeping it cool. He's like, nah.
It's just the caliber of the player, doesn't it, a lot of the time as well? You know, that's something that he's just like, yeah, just do that kind of thing all the time. You know, it's not.
Was that a big deal? Like,
yeah, it's like, was that
impressive? Like, I didn't realize.
Watch to see what I do the rest of the day. Get me back tomorrow and see what happens. But Zacubus, I think we have to talk about not only the two guys that can still there picking up that picture around. We have to kind of just paint the picture of what we had happen today, because there's two players in particular that were super impressive, and there you can see them in that #1 spot, but that lead has been cut down significantly because of that performance from Jamside and 7 SSK7.
91 down to 48, and that shows how one game, how one round can really change the tides of our standings. You had Zayton South, who were ranked 2nd, dropped down to 5th. You mentioned Jamside and 7 SSK7. They've been able to take 2nd place, and there we go. Felix and Kinzel, 6th place now, 318 points.
Yeah, huge performance in that final game. You can see, you know, Demo and Bizzle still within striking distance. Myth and Cloud, good performance from them as well. And Sky and Vato, they were really impressive, both of those players, especially Sky, in the solo performances yesterday. So a lot of players are going to take, I think, a lot of belief into day 2 now. You feel like maybe if Vinny and Zextro picked up another, you know, really good place there with some limbs, put big points on the board, then maybe the confidence might have drained out a few of these players and they would have had to challenge some of those landing spots. But now the competition has been blown completely wide open once again.
I really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, we are seeing consistently some players get further and further and maintain these points, but when you have these breakout games, they got 100 points from that match alone, it can really shake up the standings. And what can we say? Like, what will happen tomorrow? We just have to wait.
It's so interesting though, because it just shows how this point system is so consistent with a lot of players. I mean, they're catching up. But you know, hats off to Vinny and Zextro, because they've been holding the lead.
Yeah, speaking of Vinny and Zextro, I believe that they're currently down on the stage with Adam again. So let's see how our leaders are feeling after day #1.
They certainly are, and they look cool as cucumbers over here.